It's now time to welcome our guest, Keshav Bhajanka, who's the Executive Director at Century Ply, to talk about the Q4 earnings that the company reported just a while ago. Keshav, we did see a slightly muted quarter that you reported recently. Now, the profit declined by approximately 34% on a year-on-year basis. Could you help us with some of the factors that led to this decline?
Hi, good afternoon. Thank you so much for having me on the show. I think that overall, in a muted demand scenario environment, we have done reasonably well in terms of sales growth. Overall, our revenue is up by close to 13%. And I think that sequentially or year on year, the drag in profit is predominantly coming because of the MDF and laminate segments. As you know, MDF has been facing an overcapacity position in the market, due to which margins have reduced substantially. But plywood, we have been able to maintain our guidance. In fact, in the quarter, we had 15% plus EBITDA, whereas our target for the year is 12 to 14%. For MDF, I think with higher capacity utilization in the current year, we will definitely improve and do better. Laminates, yes, has continued to struggle. We have invested substantially in manpower and infrastructure. And I think the benefit of that is yet to come. But for the current year, we are bullish that we'll be able to hit substantial growth. And alongside that, we'll see a margin recovery.
Hi, Keshav. Good afternoon. This is Shrishti also joining in.
Good afternoon.
But Keshav, the factors that you are highlighting, how will that transpire your numbers in the times ahead? I think that you have given your margin guidance as well. So if you can reiterate for us, I missed that number. And along with that, what factors will actually support the growth?
In terms of guidance, we'll go division by division. So in plywood, we are maintaining 12 to 14% guidance in terms of EBITDA margins, and we'll be looking at a 10% growth. In laminates, we're looking at a 20% growth and standalone margins of 8 to 10%. The new capacity in Andhra Pradesh is taking time to ramp up, and as such, consolidated margins should look in high single digits towards H2. For MDF, we have grown substantially over the course of the past year. In terms of volumes, we had 50% plus growth. And for the current year, we're expecting 20% revenue growth with 15% consolidated margins, which will be a huge increase over the previous financial year. Particle board is a segment where we are waiting for our new capacity to come on stream. Hopefully, within the end of or within June itself, we will have commercial production. Trial production has been achieved last month itself. And towards H2, we should be looking at a 50% plus capacity utilization of the new capacity, which would lead to a 40% plus growth for us in revenue for particle board. Particle board margins should look at higher single digits towards the end of the year. And as we ramp up capacity towards next year, margins and steady state should be 15% plus.
Okay. You just talked about a lot of capacity expansion that is on the cards. If you could help us with if there's a number that you could give us, what's the capex plan looking like for FY26?
Sure. The bulk of the capex has actually already taken place. In Andhra Pradesh, we have launched our new capacity last year, which has MDF, laminates, and PVC boards. So that has been our largest capex in our history, and that has already come on stream. It is slowly ramping up. For particle board, we have come up with a new 800 cubic meter per day capacity in Tamil Nadu. Like I said, trial production was achieved in April, and hopefully by June or latest by July, we will have commercial production. This is predominantly most of the large capex already done. We will have one more capacity in plywood, which will be at a capex of 100 to 150 crores. That will come on stream towards H2 of this year.
All right. Along with that, Keshav, help us with the export outlook. How did the export flare in the quarter gone by? Along with that, what's the visibility?
Our exports are predominantly coming in the form of laminates. And the new capacity that we have established in Andhra Pradesh is actually an export-oriented unit. It has larger sizes, which are 10 by 4 quarter and 14 by 6. So these are predominantly export sizes. Till now, the ramp-up has been fairly slow, but we have a very good order pipeline. and the current quarter is also doing reasonably well. So I'm sure we will have a good growth in exports for the current financial year.
All right, but Keshav, since you just gave us a point that you have a good order pipeline, if any number that you can help us with, how is the order book looking like, especially for exports?
Actually, we do not bifurcate between domestic and exports as far as laminates is concerned, but overall, the laminate segment will definitely have a 20% plus value growth for the current financial year.
Let you go on that. Thank you so much for taking the time out and speaking with us this afternoon.
Thank you.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.